Hello there, welcome to this CryptoHopper update, which is actually my 87th day using CryptoHopper, so it's almost 3 months, and I wanted to do this update video because of the price of Bitcoin just smashing through 22,000. It actually went beyond 20,000 last night, so about 16 hours ago it went beyond 20k. And obviously I had a lot of sell orders going through and a lot of profits from CryptoHopper itself. Now I had over 48 trades, I believe it was at the time. Now I'm down to around 8 in play still. Alright, so I just wanted to show you my results. I've turned $670 into almost 1,040, which is a 55% increase from my original amount, and I think that's pretty phenomenal. As you can see here, 670 up to 1,040 calculated is 55.2% profits, and I think that in 87 days is amazing. So I'm expecting, say, another $10 to $20 profit in the next 3 days on my 90th day. It's just dropped a little bit because these have all gone down a little bit, but that'll come back up. Once all these sell, according to this, if I was to sell all of this right now and lose whatever was in there, I would lose $9.66. So obviously I'm not going to do that. That would be silly. Right, well, let me get rid of my image. You don't need to see my ugly mug, and you can see my screen fully. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at what's been happening over the last 1 month since my last update. Almost 1 month. I'm on my dashboard. As you can see, I'm up to $1,039.40, which is a 55% increase over my total starting amount, which was about $670, and it is 55% above this $670. I've been making lots and lots of beautiful little trades, or at least the bot has been making these trades on my behalf 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it's working while I'm sleeping. I don't have to have the bot open on my computer. I can switch my computer off and the bot is still working because it is cloud based. Alright, so, and also you can log in using your mobile device, so you can check it while you're on the go. Yeah. Alright, so my statistics, let's have a look. This is what I've got working right now out of my $1,040. This is in trades, and if I was to sell it all, obviously I'd lose around $9.92, but I'm not going to sell it because I'm not stupid. Okay, now as you can see from all of these stats, there's my first day there. First day of profits, it was the day after I started. That's the 22nd of September there. Alright, so my very first day I got 1.83%. So as you can see, hovering around mostly over 1% per day in profits. And then we get some days that I sold manually and I lost $6, $7, maybe up to $10 actually. But those are just 2 days that I sold manually. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have sold manually. I should have just kept it going, let the bot do its job. Alright, so my recommendation, don't touch the bot. As much as possible, don't touch the bot. Leave it running. And as you can see, some days, 0% days where the bot doesn't sell anything. You can actually see that on these here. Yeah, 1, 2, is that 3 there? Maybe that's 2 days there. No, it's 1 day. And sometimes the bot doesn't do any trades where it sells, or maybe it only does 1 or 2, so you don't achieve much in those days. So what you've got to do is kind of average all of these results out. Now, obviously, it's working pretty well because I've turned $670 into $1,040 in 87 days. So you work it out, even with these negatives and these 0 days, I've made good profits, right? So this should actually show me my total USD in assets, but it's not working. This is refreshing at the moment, but we can still see on here that number there. Alright, so what I've got is $240.99 in play right now, and I've got $758 in my reserve. What I recommend you do here, if you are trading with $1,000 in funds, or whatever you're trading with in funds, only use half of it, because, you know, if you use half of it, you are leaving yourself a nice little safety net. And there you can see I've already set that to half of the $1,040. So I'm reserving $520 just in case Bitcoin gets to the top here, and it'll turn back down. It'll start coming down. The price will drop down, and you can see where it's done it in the past. Comes down, goes up, reaches a peak, comes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then up. I think it's going to do a fair drop pretty soon. Okay, so what I've done in this instance is, for extra safety, I've actually switched off the bot buying option. Let me have a munch on my snacks. Alright, here is the buying option. I've switched it off temporarily while Bitcoin is really high like this. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to drop again, and then I will switch on the buying again. I'm leaving the selling enabled, so any of these that come up into the green, and they will sell. Alright, so that's the first tip. And the second tip, use only half of what you have. So I could spend easily another maybe $300 out of this and still only be using half of my $1,040. Alright, so that is your safety net. If Bitcoin tanks, 5 minutes from now, Bitcoin tanks, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I'm only using $241. I've got $520 in my reserve fund, which the bot is not allowed to use until I tell it to use it. Okay, so if I get into trouble and I get lots of trades that go really into the red, like 8%, 10%, 15%, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I can activate my what should we call it, contingency money, right, my safety net money. Alright, so let me try and give you a few tips for you when you get CryptoHopper, and hopefully you will get CryptoHopper through my link below this video, and I'll send you that secret sauce video with all the settings, all the signals, all the templates, all the mindset, all the tips and tricks that I use. I mean, I'm doing pretty well, to be honest. 87 days, I've made $370 profit. That's pretty darn good. That's more than covered the cost of the bot and the signals, and give me some profit as well. And I'm going to keep on compounding those earnings. And I've got 1% typed in there from $500. Let me just type in $1,040, which is what I'm sitting on now, and then actually half that, because I'm only trading with 520 max per day. All right, so if I get 1% a day and Alright, so I could be sitting on $19,648 by this time next year if I achieve 1% of this per day. Obviously, you've seen in the stats that not every day gets you loads of profits. You know, you got to average it out. So I would say that averaging it out at around 0.5, maybe slightly lower depending on market conditions and things like that. So 0.5, 365 days, 100%. Alright, I could turn 520 into 3,210 and take off your expenses for the bot and things like that, and you're still a really good profit, right? I've made 370 in 87 days, which I'm really pleased about. It's actually going better than I thought it might, even though I'm not getting 1% total profit per day. Now this here, you can see there's a 10% profit there. That's only 10% profit on a $12.50 order. Alright, when I bought that, when the bot bought that, it was $12.50. When it reached $13.79, which was 10.29%, it sold it. So that doesn't mean I've made 10% in one day. It's only 10% of $12.50. Alright, but when you combine all of these trades together, and it's going through all these different coins and trading, lots of little trades every day, micro trades, mostly $10 a day. Alright, I've got a big one there. Alright, so, and you'll see that is one of my tips. Alright, keeping these trades small, these trade amounts small, and I'll tell you why. Let's have a look. When you're doing small trades for, say, $10, $20, $10.10, what happens is there's two things that can happen. It can go up, and obviously it can go down. Alright? If you have $10 and it goes down by 8%, 10%, 15%, 20%, which can happen, you've got to be patient, and you've got to remember, well, it's only $10. What's 10% of $10? It's $1. So if it goes down 10%, it's only $1 down. And when you consider that $1 down off your $520 or your half of this money here is not actually that much money, it makes you realize that, yeah, just hold on to it. Sometimes you end up with bags like this. It's normal. Nothing buys and then goes straight up into the green and sells at a profit a few minutes later. Some things go on for days and days, like that one. This was actually 15 or 16% in the red just yesterday. But with the price of Bitcoin shooting up again, it's brought it up. And I expect that to come up and sell very soon. I'm not worried in the slightest. $24 combined there. And it's $2 I've lost if I sell it now. Alright, merged. I had two orders. One was around 10%, one was around 15%, and I merged them together. So I think I had maybe $12.50 and $12.50 for each one. And I merged them together, and it brought down the percentage a little bit. Alright, so that's going to go back up. Don't worry about any of that. You can see this Tron is starting to go up now. This is also a merged one. I had three separate orders of Tron. One was about 3% under, one was about 2% under, one was about 1% under. So I merged them into one order for $30 and $30. Each order was $10.10. So I merged them together, and it brought up the percentage. I think it went to about 0.7% under. And as you can see now, it is creeping up, and it's getting closer to the green, which is what we want. So keep the orders small. don't set your bot to buy $100 worth of coins every time, because A, you won't have that many trades. B, if it goes down 10% on $100, that's $10. It's not $1. And C, when you keep them small, you're leaving yourself plenty of money in your funds for the future, for when the next coin comes through and you want to buy it. So you can get lots of little buy orders coming in, and lots of little positions like this coming in. You can have 100 on here, and some of them will be in the green, some of them will be in the red. And when they're only small, you don't mind so much when something goes 10 or 20% under. You just say, alright, there's only $10 there, it's only $10, I'll just wait for it to come back up, because everything else is quite close to selling. Look at that one, this is coming up now. Hopefully that'll go to about 2%. Alright. Another little tip while I'm in here. Now, as you can see, this is the default for the template, but I'm going to change this because I've merged this order. I'm going to change this back to what it originally was, which was 2.1%. And this trailing stop loss here, percentage is 0.5%. So if it comes up to 2.1% in profit, and it suddenly decides to go down by 0.5%, it will drop to 1.6%, and that will activate a sell order, and it will sell at 1.6% because that is set to 0.5. If I was to set that at 1, this would come down to 1.1% and sell. Alright, so you don't want to play with that too much unless you know what you're doing. That is set. Alright, when that gets up to 2.1%, it'll activate the trailing stop loss. Alright, so what else have I got to show you? You've seen my trade history. We've seen all of the positive trades, and you've even seen the few negative trades that I made when I manually sold, which was a mistake. It's alright, it doesn't matter, still made good profits. Alright, see, sometimes I manually sell things when I think things are starting to dive down again. I mean, maybe that got to like 1.5% profit, and then things started going south. So I interfered with the bot and I went, right, sell that. And I got 0.91%. It can happen. Try not to do it. It's not really necessary. It's best, the bot is best being left alone as much as possible. That's something else I've learned in the last 87 days. You got manually sold. You'll see sometimes I've got manually sold. And these ones here, that one's a trailing stop loss. That was a 0% one because the bot didn't quite sell in time. I only got my money back for that one. Alright, so you can see these manually sold ones in the red. I shouldn't have sold them. I would have all greens here if I had not manually sold these. So apart from these little red ones here, which isn't a lot, talking what's 5% of $38? Yeah, it's maybe $1.50 or something like that. Alright, so I'm totaling this, I'm just roughly approximating, it's about maybe $10 lost because I interfered and I manually sold. Don't do it. Alright, so there's hundreds and gazillions of trades there. These are all the trades that took me from $670 right up to $1,040 in 87 days. Now, there's the proof that it is from 670 to 1040 is 55% increase. Alright, and days since September 21st, if I click on the search button there you go, because it is the 17th of December today. And what else did I want to show you? Oh, nice, it's going up, look. Alright, so that Tron is going up. All the others are still in the red. They'll come up eventually. Tron, $30, currently worth... I've made 16 cents on that. So if that was to sell right now, which it won't, because it's going to get to 2.1% at least before it even considers selling. Alright. So what else do I need to tell you? Any more tips that I have for you? Keep your dollar amount small when in the buying orders. Yeah, $10.10, $10.20. The minimum you can buy is $10, but sometimes if you put $10 in there, it fails to buy because of the fees. The fees are usually taken out. Right, the fees are maybe 2 or 3 cents, and that takes you below your $10 to about $9.98, and it'll fail to buy. So I always set it to minimum $10.10 to cover any 2 or 3 cents worth of fees. What else can I tell you? Remember to use only half of your funds for trading. Keep the other half in reserve to get yourself out of trouble if Bitcoin tanks, and it will tank. Let me put this back on the 1-day chart, and let me draw, hang on, let me draw what I think is going to happen in the next 1 or 2 days, maybe within the next couple of hours. So we've got this, draw line. Is it going to let me? No. There we are. So obviously that's what Bitcoin does. It goes up and then it drops, up and then drops. I'm expecting it to drop any minute or any hour now. It could even be a couple of days before it drops. But with that in mind, I'm playing it super safe. And rather than continuing the buying, I switched it off because I want Bitcoin to drop a bit first. I'm thinking it's going to come down to this middle Bollinger line here. I'm thinking if we drew a line from there up to there, it's going to come down to about here. It's going to drop below 20k, and you don't want it buying stuff until it drops. After it's dropped, and you think it's dropped its maximum to its lowest point, okay, switch on the bot again. It will start buying as things start going up again. Alright, so any other tips I can give you, you should ask me questions below the video if you need any more tips or knowledge about CryptoHopper. But really, the only purpose of this video was to give you a nice little update about how I've turned $670 into almost $1,040 in 87 days using CryptoHopper. And I've got to take my expenses off that. So how much have I paid in 3 months? Let's say 50, 50, 50 plus 10, 10, 10. 150, 180 minus $3. Alright, so $177. So I've paid $177 to turn $670 into $1,040. So $1,040 minus that 177. Let's do some maths. Where's my calculator gone? Alright, 1,040 minus 177. 863, then minus that 670. So I've made 193 in 87 days. So let's have a look. Divided by 87. I made $2.21 per day. Keep in mind, some days is a little bit more, sometimes it's a little bit less, sometimes it's nothing. You know what I mean? You get these flat days here where nothing sells. You can see them here. Alright, so as you can see, where is it? Total average profits. This is all the profits combined and then divided by the amount of trades. So the average is 1.68%. Just out of interest, let's type in 1.68% into here. 365 days, 520, which is half of my fund. Nice. So how much is that? That's ooh. Is that 2.2 million there? Let me see. I can't read it. I hate numbers. 94, 494, 7,494, 27,000. Yep, it's $227,494. That's phenomenal. All right, but you know you're not going to achieve this every day, so it's better to actually put a small number in there, 0.5, and anything extra that you get, consider it a bonus. All right, so big difference. Let's try 1%. 1% would turn it into $19,000, minus your expenses, of course. So there we are, just a quick update. How much did I make? I made $370 minus $177 expenses. I have turned $670 into $1,039, plus a bit more once this lot comes up into the green and sells, plus a bit more because I've got some ADA and a few other coins where I've got dust, which I will clean out and maybe get $2 or $3 for in the future once it's built up again. FTM is actually there, it's in a trade at the moment. Okay, so yeah, 87 days, 370 profits, minus 177 for expenses. Pretty damn good. So if you want that secret sauce video, all the settings that I've done, how to configure the bot, the template, the settings, the mindset, the strategy, what to do, what not to do. The video is an hour and 12 minutes long, and I go through absolutely everything with a fine-tooth comb. If you want that video, it's a secret video. Lots of people have got it now. Let me know below this video in the comments, but you only get it if you sign up for CryptoHopper and you get the adventure package. There you go, for $49 a month through my link. And my bonus to you is that secret sauce video. So I want to see everybody making money like this. And am I pleased with CryptoHopper? Absolutely. Wouldn't be without it now. Alright, so I'll see you again in the next update, or if I make another CryptoHopper video showing some of the settings and the tweaks and things. If you subscribe, you will be updated, you will be notified of that. So go ahead, subscribe, get CryptoHopper through my link, like this video, leave a comment below, and I'll see you again next time. Take it easy, lemon squeezy.